Good day to you from me, BernieB in Hamilton's. Painting a room or an interior wall needs a lot more work than you think. So I'm going to go through this process step by step with you on how to paint a wall. Make sure the wall is clean. So a liquid or powder sugar soap, as per instructions, clean the wall. Okay, so I'm using liquid sugar soap here, ready to use. But once you have done that, please rinse the soapy residue afterwards. Okay, once you've fixed any holes or cracks with polyfiller, let that dry completely. And once the polyfiller is dry, primer it with a plaster primer. With well-prepared and clean walls, we're ready to mask up the areas generally below the cornices and above the skirtings, and in the corner where you don't want the paint to get onto, say, another wall. Obviously, a good ladder and some drop sheets that you don't mess on the floor. Okay, so now we're going to apply the paint. But what do we apply the paint with? The wall surface is going to determine the type of roller we need to use. So this is quite a bumpy, uneven wall. So I'd recommend Hamilton's classic roller. If it was a very smooth wall, I'd recommend Hamilton's polypile roller. And if it was extra rough, Hamilton's rough coat. But for this exercise, we're going to use the classic roller. And we need about a 50mm paintbrush for cutting in the corners where the roller is not going to get in. So good quality Hamilton's 50mm brush. There are numerous. So choose your brush, the correct roller, and now you are ready to apply your paint. Okay, so I start out by cutting in. So I'm painting with a 50mm Enzyme brush from Hamilton's, just a nice wide line in the corners, below the cornice, above the skirting, those kind of areas where the roller's not going to get in. So once I've done some of my cutting, I don't do the cutting from one end of the wall to the other end. I do about a meter or two, and then I roller the paint to make sort of a wider line now, just to keep a wet edge so that line doesn't become visible during painting. So cutting in about a meter or so, and then coming and rolling it a little bit wider with the roller. And so I continue in that manner. Load my brush, cut along further, and then I just roll in. And then to finish it off is pretty simple. So doing the cutting in combination with a roller and a brush, so you got a nice wide line, then that's pretty much the middle portion to be filled in with your coating. Finish the wall with the color, wait 4 hours with a water-based paint before applying the second coat in exactly the same manner that I did the first. Cutting in and rolling in, and then we're done. And there we go, 2 coats, and what are we getting? The perfect finish.